All right, y'all. This is another episode of Oh Charlie Please, where it's faith first, shade second, and a little common sense somewhere in between all of that. Be sure y'all are listening and subscribing to the show. Y'all do know your girls on all listening platforms: Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube, and Audible. Yes, I'm in all those places, so you ain't got no excuse not to listen to the damn show. Like, come on, y'all, be for real. Um, I will say too. Now, I love when y'all shout me out on the socials, but can y'all rate and comment the damn show on the platform y'all listening on? My God, to God doggone day. I love the social media hype of it, baby. I need y'all to get me in these people algorithm. Don't y'all want to see me blow up with my blow up tuition? Damn. Nah, but for real, I like to see how y'all come in on the platforms you're listening, like Apple and Spotify, iHeart. It's just kind of cool to kind of see those reactions in real time on those platforms. So yes, if y'all could do that for the kid. I appreciate it. I do want to let y'all know that I have officially turned back to social media this week. Get back in my social media bag. But can I be honest and say I just have no desire to be back on the internet like that? Not consistently, not chronically. I'm just I feel like I'm on the outside looking in. Went and re-downloaded Threads and Instagram, and baby, within the first scroll, I just got overwhelmed. I just got anxiety feel. I started seeing content from people, and I went into like full blown panic attack. Like, oh my god, I need to get my content up. Oh, I need better lighting. I gotta do this. Gotta do that. It was just so much, and I'm just like, I can't do this. And it's not a bad thing. It's just I ain't. I've been gone for a minute, and I like my peace. I like not seeing stuff in real time. As y'all know, I have still been active on my Substack, still doing my side piece of a podcast over here with Old Charlie Please. I've been over there on Old Faithful Facebook, which that is very low maintenance for me, but I don't know. I'm gonna get back in the groove, and honestly, I really ain't got no goddamn choice because, baby, the money is calling, the people's is calling, things gotta get done, so I gotta get my ass in gear and get on the good field with that. If y'all do not know, I have officially changed my social media handles. I am no longer Plot Twist Charlie. I am now at Oh Charlie Please on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and YouTube. And let me say this, I changed my name at the right goddamn time because I keep seeing plot twists. A lot of people with the handle, well, I see, let me slow down. I'm talking too fast. I have been seeing a lot more people into the book space and have plot twist in front of their name. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the originator or the creator, none of that. But I will say a year ago, when I started looking for IG names and handles to be a part of the book space, it wasn't a plot twist nothing. I seen like a plot twist bar, a plot twist reading club. I didn't see anybody have plot twist nothing. So now, fast forward a year into this is like I see plot twist princess, plot twist Trent, plot twist Erica, plot twist Tam, and I'm like, yeah, it was time for me to make the switch. I just hate sounding and looking like anybody in any aspect. So for me, it was like, yeah, it was time for the change. So yeah, not mad at nobody, it happens, but I'm glad I got out of there when I did. Um, let's just jump back right into what we're here for today. Um, Today we're talking about accountability. Today we're going to talk about accountability. It's always funny to me how accountability is often coupled with sympathy. And it's mighty convenient when people want to be accountable when they've reached their level or their budget for bullshit. Like, yeah. You can't want to be accountable and then want people to hold space for you and your fuck ups by turning a blind eye. Now you did that shit. And don't fess up to or try to be accountable for or responsible for how you handle things in a situation because you can't keep it going. it's like, oh shit, I'm out of options. Let me hit accountability, right? Um, and when you start to take accountability, it isn't loud. Accountability is silent inner work that happens when no one is watching. Accountability comes without announcement. There is no need for a press tour or blasting it on the Summer Jam screen. You don't have to yell into the void, I'm accountable now. Like, come on. Come on now. Um, but I'm calling bullshit though. I really, really am. Some people only want to be accountable because again, it's the only option that they have left. I feel like some people, if they still had the option to lie, manipulate, or be messy, accountability would not be on the table. You know, if you still had your way in operating in chaos and confusion, accountability would not be your first choice. I feel like some people start to want to be accountable when they've reached the end of the rope. And it's like, aha, you got me. Now let me take responsibility for my actions and the things I've done and said, right? Um, but I just feel like y'all could say that shit for somebody else. I just, when you see certain people and see how they've been running amok and how they handle people, how they treat people, how they talk to people, and now you want to come with this, oh, I'm healed, I'm changed. It's like, are you really though? Or are you just looking for a way out of the shit you've done? You know, just saying. Um, I'm all for people taking accountability. I'm not saying everybody that takes accountability is full of shit. I'm never gonna say that. But I feel like accountability, it becomes invalid when you start to seek sympathy for the shit you've done and said. Um, I just really feel like, yeah, I want to be held accountable, but now I'm about to start my world tour of sympathy. Now I'm about to lay it on thick. You know, I did this because of this. I said that because of this. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. It's like, come on, dog. Be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real. I guess for me, I just don't like performative ass shit. Like if you gonna do a thing, say a thing, and be a thing, just do it. Be like Nike and just do it, goddamn it. um, I hate to feel like people make a mockery of such a serious action. You know, I hate to feel like when it comes to accountability, you're only at this point because you have no other direction to go. You know, at this point, nobody else is going to believe you. Nobody else is going to stand next to you. Nobody else is going to rock with you. So, you know what? God damn it. May as well be accountable. Mm, are you genuine? Are you genuine when you're being accountable? Is that something you really, really want to fess up to? I don't know. And I'm not I'm not quick, well, I don't want to say I'm not quick to forgive. I will say I'm not quick to understand people once I've seen how they've operated. I'm not saying you can't change. I'm not saying you can't heal. I'm not saying any of those things. But before you got to the bus stop of accountability, you was on the bus stop of bullshit. And I got to see all your bullshit. And now that I know all your bullshit, I'm gonna let you get your world tour on with accountability. But bitch, the North gonna remember. I'm gonna damn remember. And I ain't gonna never forget. Because I truly do feel like for you to behave in such a manner, knowing you got good goddamn sense that you ain't supposed to be behaving like that, and now that you can no longer operate in that space, now you want to come up here with us people that got morals and values and good sense. You ain't low. You ain't low with it. Um, Again, accountability doesn't need approval of everybody. You don't have to knock on everyone's door. Hey, I'm accountable now. Accept me. Hey, I'm accountable now. Love me. Just 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 do the thing that you were supposed to be doing in the first goddamn place. Being a decent, honest, and true human being. That's it. And accountability does not lack boundaries either. You have to understand that when you call yourself becoming accountable and taking responsibility for your actions, you can't get upset when people don't automatically lean into that. Because you got to understand, before you are accountable, you did a lot of fucked up shit to people. You said a lot of fucked up shit to people. You didn't make the best, decisions in your friendship, in your business, in your relationships. You didn't. So now that you want to be accountable, you want people to wipe your slate clean and think it's supposed to be all love. No, it don't work like that. Miss Accountable. It does not simply work like that. And I want people to understand that although you fessed up and you're on this path to heal, and you're on a journey to become better, everybody ain't got to forgive you in it. Everybody ain't got to rock with you. You know. Just food for thought. I will say now, there have been times in my life where, I've done or said some things that were not right. I've taken accountability. I've apologized to people. I've tried to, right my wrongs. And them people straight up told me, yeah, it's still fuck you. and vice versa, right? And I couldn't be mad that although I'm this change healed person, I'm trying to do better. I could not be mad that they told me, yeah, we love this for you. However, we ain't forgot. We ain't forgot. And same with me. Like, whether it be with friendships or exes or past colleagues, whatever. It's like, yeah, you can try to right that wrong. You can try to step correct now, but it's never going to change the way you made me feel in that moment. I felt that. I had to hear that. I had to see that. I had to feel that. So I love this new you. I love this, more mature you, the you that, is more emotionally intelligent. I love the accountability. However, the answer is no. Yeah. Yeah. As y'all know, I don't make these episodes long, so I'm not gonna stay here long on that. I just want people to understand that accountability is a selfless act. Although you're doing it to basically course correct, you're not only doing it for you, you're doing it for those that you've hurt or that you wrong or that didn't take the liberty to understand. So you can't be selfish with your accountability. You have to be selfless with your accountability. And don't be on no bullshit with the accountability. Don't get back in people's good graces, because a lot of people are forgiving. They're loving. They want to see you win. They want to see you get better. They want to see you, reach your full potential. But don't gain their trust just to let them back down again. If you going to do this whole accountability thing, if you going to go on this apology tour, do it right. Do it right. Don't get back in people's good graces. Have them trusting you, loving you, depending on you again, welcoming you back into the fold just for you to fuck it up again. Because some of us will do it. Once we see that little light, that little opening to get back in good, and we, all right with being all right, you fuck up again. I like to tell people, I give everybody a chance to fuck me over once, so you better use your chance wisely. Everybody get one. And depending on how bad your one fuck up is with me, when you try to, course correct and apologize and become accountable, I have to make the decision if this is something I'm going to deal with from you going forward. Every offense isn't, something you got to cut people off at the head and, exile them from your life completely, because sometimes, shit happen. But again, that's my discretion. And you can't get mad at people's decision if they choose to say, hey, love you, think you're great, love this journey for you, love that you're accountable, but I got to love you from over there. I got to love you from over there. I got to love you out of sight, out of mind, right? And you got to let people have it. You really, really do. So didn't want to stay there long. I just want to say, hey, if you're going to do this whole accountability thing, do it right. Do it right. Okay? All right? All right. Before I move into my, pop culture things, I want to shout out to Lana and Sam from the She Will Read podcast. I left them a voicemail on their show and they played it. And it was so dope. To, just hear them say, how they rock with me and they love me and things like that. Lana and Sam has been doing this for quite some time. And I love the fact that they're well respected. They're known. Baby, they getting them sponsorship and ad dollars over there. She real with. Baby, I love to see it, honey. But shout out to them girls. I am going to see them at BRBF. I can't wait to love on them, hug on them, because, me and my mind, we already friends. We already cousins. So make sure y'all checking out their podcast, She Will Read. Real dope over there. They're in year 7. And it's amazing, sweetie. So love y'all down. Can't wait to see y'all. I also want to shout out to my boo, Jasmine Lachey, for reaching 10K on IG. She literally just started that page, I think, because Jazz was already big on TikTok. And if you do not know who I am, if you do not know who she is, make sure you're following her. She has a dope ass podcast called Her Revision. But Jazz was already that girl on TikTok. Like, I remember coming across her page last year. She was already up 20,000 followers over there. She wasn't really heavy on Instagram, although she had a page, and now she's really poured her all into her Instagram and building up their following, and bam, 10K. So shout out to you, Jazz. I really love the fact that you're back to walking on your purpose, because I don't want to say you're walking in your person, because I think, and Jazz, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you listen to the show, but I think Jazz is like 25, 26, but if you listen to her talk and the way she breaks things down, she is so wise beyond her years. And Jazz is the type of person that when you look at her, she knows she that, and she ain't never got to announce it. She understands who she is, and she waiting on you to catch up. And I just love that about her. So shout out to you, Jazz. She also has a dope Substack as well. So yeah. Speaking of Substack, I just want to say, I hope that y'all are subscribed to me on Substack. Make sure that you are, because I'm going to start something special for my paid subscribers. If y'all do not know, I'm telling y'all now, I love to write. I have been very good at creative writing for quite some time, since I learned how to write. I'm really into like short stories and breaking things down. That's my bag. And y'all have seen my work on Substack since last May, so y'all know how I be giving it up. But I really want to do something with that. Now, Charlee is no author, okay? Charlee ain't got a book in her. At least I don't think I do. But I can put together a story really, really well. So I'm going to start a little series over there. It's going to be under the Unspoken Society. And y'all just don't want to miss this. And plus, I want to hear from y'all on what y'all think. I'm not going to say it's going to be a fan service and say, oh, what should I be doing now? What should I be doing now? Because my creative process is my process. But I do want to hear from y'all and kind of see where this takes me. So I'm excited about it. It is for my paid tier members, which is $10 a month. So get on over there. It's about to be fun. Okay. Y'all, yesterday I got an advanced reader copy of Big Girl Blitz by Danielle Allen. I don't know who thought of me to bless me in that capacity, but I do want to shout out to her publicist, Giselle Gonzalez. I am forever grateful for that arc. Um, if you do not know, Danielle Ellen is a best-selling author. She is starting or has started the Curve series. And the first book I read was Plus Size Player. Dope book. Did a video about it. Had the girls kicking because, baby, I was upset. I was upset. And now the second installment of this series, Big Girl Blitz, is coming out April the 16th. And I have had the honor and the pleasure of receiving that. Giselle, I don't know how my name landed on your doorstep, but I thank God that you saw fit for me to have a copy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to dive into that and read what it's all about. I just think Danielle Allen is dope. I met her last October at Black Book Bash. And I got a special edition copy of Broken Clocks from her. She took a picture with me. She signed it. Real sweet spirit. So I'm going to give you congratulations and kudos in advance because I know that we're going to eat this book up and it's going to definitely be like a conversation piece, a conversation starter, your world building, and it's going to be good. So shout out to you, Danielle. Yeah. So I think I told y'all last episode that R. Kelly's accuser and woman who said she was victimized by him, Rashana Landfair, has written a book called Who's Watching Shorty. Now y'all know that I'm an audiobook girly, right? So of course when I seen it was on audio, I had to go and download that thing because, and she's narrating her own story, by the way. So I want to hear it. And baby, I started it yesterday. Oh my God. Within the first couple of pages, I'm already triggered and fighting the fucking air. Rashana is the niece of Sparkle. Sparkle was a protege of R. Kelly. Y'all know Sparkle. You better be careful. What you know this song right there. That's her aunt. That's her aunt on her mom's side. Sparkle's real name is Stephanie, so she calls her Aunt Stephanie throughout the book, but that's who Sparkle is. She's talking about how Rashana is talking about how, you know, she was a part of the girl group, rap group back in that Gap. They toured internationally. They had no more hits overseas. They were trying to bring in success here. Sparkle was coming up and doing her thing. Sparkle is the one who introduced her to R. Kelly. Sparkle introduced her and the rest of the family R. Kelly because from what I understand, Rashana's family is like very musically inclined, very talented. Like they them people, right? From her dad to her aunt, her brother plays drums. Like they just that. And so Sparkle, you know, at the time doing the right thing, like, oh, I'm about to put my whole family on. So she introduces Rashana, or West Side Short as they call her as her stage name, to R. Kelly. And Rashana goes like, you know, he immediately took to me. Like she was the youngest out of her group. He saw them perform. He give her all these tips and tricks. Like, oh, I want to, you know, do this with y'all. I want to do that. And, you know, it's all love. You know, this is larger than life person. And there's a scene in the book where she says Sparkle tells her, hey, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. But make sure when you ask him, you sit on his lap and you rub his head. Immediately I get upset. Because what the fuck you... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting triggered. And she does what she's told because she's looking at her aunt who's very successful and has money at this time. She's looking at Robert who's very successful, has money at this time. I'm 13. I'm in the group. I want to be big like them. My aunt obviously knows more than I do. R. Kelly can change my life. So let me do what was asked of me. Now, I haven't got too far in the book. I don't want to say, you know, Sparkle groomed her niece or whatever. But to tell your niece to sit on a grown man's lap and rub his head is fucking crazy. That's crazy. So I kind of stopped it right there because I had to cook dinner and do homework and all that. But that right there just stood out to me. So I was like, yeah, let me get up out of here. So I will pick that back up today. I can't wait to do a full review of that. But I do want to say, Rashawn, you might never listen to this, but I'm glad that after so many years, you finally get to tell your truth through your voice and your recollection. So um, I'm happy for that for her, and I do hope that you have found the peace and the healing, or you're on the search for that you deserve. So shout out to you, Rashonda Landfair. Um, Pop culture news. I thought this was an interesting story. So um, they're saying that Adam Sandler's daughter was in a Chanel store in Hollywood. She came in dressed real casual, like hoodie, basketball shorts, whatever, whatever, whatever. She went to go buy this classic Chanel bag. It was like 28 grand or something, way above my pay grade. Definitely gonna get there one day. And she was just saying how the sales associate was rude to her. It was like, oh, you're not going to seriously buy anything. You can get out, whatever, whatever, whatever. And the lady just basically judged her on what she was wearing. So, of course, she texted her dad. It was like, this lady giving me a hard time. I really want this bag. I don't know what to do. Adam comes up there, you know, he flexes on them. He addresses the sales associate like, you shouldn't judge people on what they wearing. You just never know. So allegedly he bought so many purses out the store and spent like $312,000. Now, this can be looked at in two ways. Adam, I get why you did what you did to flex on them motherfuckers, but I'm sorry, they wouldn't have got a fucking dime of my money. If anything, I'd have been in that bitch saying, better not nobody spend a motherfucking dollar with Chanel. And I do mean a motherfucking dollar. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have, no. I would have told my daughter, hey, let's go to Gucci. Let's go to Prada. Let's go anywhere else but this raggedy ass store. I wouldn't have gave them fuckers the gum off the bottom of my shoe, but I'm nobody's parent. I didn't understand the want of the daughter. So he was well within reason to do that. And I mean, when you have fuck you money, you really can't say fuck you. And Adam Sandler definitely has fuck you money. So, thanks for, if anything, thanks for being a dad and, coming to the rescue of your daughter, but I wouldn't have, I probably would have goddamn knocked everything over their goddamn stuff. You wouldn't have got a bitch ass thing from me. I'm not spending my money with you, mother. Let me tell you, and you a white man too? Man, you supposed to have told your daughter get your ass up out of here. You supposed to have took to social media like that. To me, that's what I would have done. That's how you use your white privilege. You don't go in there and spend no goddamn money with the people who don't think you got none. That's crazy to me. So, whatever, neither here nor there. The last thing I'm going to talk about before we get up out of here is that damn Onika Mirage, a.k.a. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has morphed into a strange bird. Well, you know what? Nicki Minaj been a strange ass bird. She's morphed into something that is unrecognizable. Chumming up next to Cheeto Benito and his minions is crazy. I get that things aren't going right music wise for you. Personal life might be a little but this move right here just seems a little crazy. You rubbing elbows with these people. You're in support of various policies that they're trying to invoke on us. And what I want black folks to understand is, well, some of us do understand. We don't care. I want us to realize that when we're done shucking and driving and tap dancing and, kissing the ring and yes, I'm mastering, the people still not going to respect you. They still going to look at you as a second class citizen. These people are still, they will put a dog's feelings and rights above yours, your human life. I don't know what Onika Mirage's end game to all of this is, but I want her to stop. Like, go be an asshat in the privacy of your own home. We don't have to witness the fuckery that you're displaying. We hate to see it. We don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's sad to see. It really, really is sad to see. I'm not gonna say peace and blessings and thoughts and prayers to that young lady. Nikki one of them people. You know, you got that cousin that's dramatic, and it's like y'all get to the point she do stuff, you just be like, okay, girl, and move on about the family function. I think that's what Nikki has turned in for me. I ain't got a lot of words for you, sis. I'm not here to condemn you. I think you're bad shit crazy, but fuck it, you ball. So whatever. So yeah, Onika, figure that out. Figure that out. Who y'all? All right. Y'all know these episodes ain't long, baby. I ain't got long. Um, yeah, I'm at 30 minutes. You know, that's a pretty decent episode. I want to thank y'all again for rocking out with me. Remember that I have updated my social media handles. I am now at Charlee Please on TikTok, Instagram, Substack, and YouTube. Um, I'm getting excited, y'all. Outside of that, I'm getting excited. I got some guests coming on in a couple of weeks. I think y'all are gonna like them. They may be, some friends of mine. They may be some authors. You just never know. I've been doing quite well by myself with the exception of Nisha coming on for her 2 episodes. But we got some things coming. We got some things coming. Be sure y'all are tuned in. And again, I say make sure you all are subscribed and you all are liking the show. Again, I'm on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube, and Audible. So when you get through listening to that damn audiobook, you can listen to the podcast. You already over there anyway. Okay? I want to thank y'all again for listening to Charlee Please, where it's faith first, shade second. And I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your week. All right, bye.